Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. You may have heard that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has brokered peace between the feuding parties in River State, particularly Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and Fubara, the Governor of River State. But that peace that was brokered by Nyesom Wike and the resolution that was signed there was an unjust peace against Fubara and the Ijaw Nation. And it's even a violation of the Constitution because it eroded all the powers that the Constitution vested in the governor of a state. And I'll be shocked if Fubara and the Ijaw Nation accept it as an enduring peace in the matter at stake. But first of all, before I give you the detail how this was a violation of the Constitution, in the sense that it eroded the powers that the Constitution gave the governor of a state. And then I will tell you why it's an unjust peace for the Ijaw Nation, who was producing governor for the first time since 1999, after 24 years that the Ikweres have been in charge of that state. Now let us look at what happened. Now, from what happened is this. Yesterday on Monday, the crisis in River State appeared set for what I can consider a temporary solution to the crisis in River State. After the parties signed a peace accord at a meeting held at the presidential villa Abuja at the instance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The meeting that Tinubu called was attended by Governor Simi Fubara, his predecessor Nyesom Wike, who is the current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and other political leaders in the state. Apart from Fubara and Wike, others who signed the resolution document include the PDP chairman in River State, Aaron Chukwuemeka, and the Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Martin Amehule. The resolution was also signed by River State Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu and the factional Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Martin Chike. The APC chairperson in River State and the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, they all signed the document. The meeting was also attended by Vice President Kashim Shettima and the former governor of the state, Peter Odele. The signed resolution document contained 8 items. These include that Mr. Fubara, the executive governor of River State, and his team would withdraw all the court cases they instituted, and that the River State House of Assembly should drop all impeachment proceedings against the governor. But let us look at the resolution in detail so that you see, then after I'll tell you the real reason why I consider this an unjust peace to Fubara and Ijaw Nation, and was only a resolution and a peace that tied the hand of the governor, and that showed that actually Fubara is not the governor of the state in reality, and that
the Ijaw Nation have not yet been in power, and that it is the Ikwere that is still in power. That's what it will show when I finish this analysis. Now let us look in details what this resolution contained, and so that when I give you my view on it, you'll be able to appreciate where I'm coming from. Now these are the resolution. One, because there were 8 resolutions. All matters instituted, number one, all matters instituted in the courts by the governor of Rivers State, Sir Fubara, and his team in respect of the political crisis in Rivers State shall be withdrawn immediately. The immediately was written in capital letters for emphasis. Number 2, all impeachment proceedings initiated against the governor by the Rivers State House of Assembly should be dropped immediately. Number 3 resolution. The leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly, as led by Right Honorable Martin Amehule, shall be recognized alongside the 27 members who resigned from the PDP. Take note of that. All the 27 members who resigned from the PDP. This is the place where Tinubu has allowed politics to overshadow the truth, because the 27 have lost their seats based on Section 109 of the 1999 Constitution. They have lost their seat, but they are to return. Are they returning as PDP lawmakers or as APC lawmakers? The resolution was unclear on this. Now let's look at number 4 resolution. The remunerations and benefits of all members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and their staff must be reinstated immediately, and the governor of Rivers State shall henceforth not interfere with the full funding of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Must not interfere with the full funding of Rivers State House of Assembly. Ordinarily, you will say that it's not right to touch the funding, but what they have done is to take away the powers, the administrative powers of Rivers State, and say, no, Fubara, this you cannot do. Whereas other governors in the country are allowed to do these things. Even Tinubu's godson, I think he can do some things on his own. But let us continue with this. Number 5, the Rivers State House of Assembly shall choose where they want to sit and conduct their legislative business without interference and or hindrance from the executive arm of government. Resolution 6, the governor of Rivers State, Sir Fubara, shall represent the state budget to a properly constituted Rivers State House of Assembly. Resolution 7, the names of all commissioners in Rivers State Executive Council who resigned their appointments because of the political crisis in the state shall be resubmitted to the House of Assembly for approval. Resolution 8, there shall not be a caretaker committee for the local government in Rivers State. The dissolution of the local government is null and void, and they shall not be recognized. No member of the 2 groups has commented on this matter, but I can tell you for free that a whole lot of comments are going to come out. Now, this peace is like the peace of the graveyard, because this peace resolution took away the right of Fubara to act as the governor of a state. They have taken all his powers. I don't know why he will sign this, and signing this in any case is not superior to the rights that the Constitution has given the governor of a state. And I expect that as Fubara gets to Port Harcourt, his eyes will be clear that, look, he had just signed away his rights as the governor of his state. And that even his colleague governors will be laughing at him if he abide by this resolution. Because this resolution reduces him as nothing but a figurehead. He's not the governor of the state in reality. This will be the most unconscionable action that any governor will submit himself to if he allows this to stand. Look at what they said, that he cannot constitute caretaker committees. These caretaker committees are things that governors in other states have been doing. They have been constituting caretaker committees all over the country. But in the case of Fubara, he has been told he cannot do it by fiat from Abuja, and he signed it. And they expect him to obey it. And the people of River State are expected to accept it. And then they will consider that peace has been achieved. No, that's the peace of the graveyard. That's not real peace. Peace must be based on justice, fairness, and equity. Justice, fairness, and equity. They have tied the hand of Fubara that Fubara cannot even sack his cabinet members. Where is that done? They are telling him that he cannot sack his. Now, ordinarily as governor, they have resigned. He has a right to sack them and bring in new people. But from this resolution, he is not entitled to sack them. And they wrote it that all commissioners, they put the all in caps. He said the names of all commissioners in River State Executive Council who resign their appointment because of the political crisis shall be resubmitted. They are not giving him the option of sacking them. Can Tinubu himself accept that? Tinubu, when he was swearing in his ministers, and even at the retreat he held for them, he said that any of them that didn't perform will be fired. That is the power given Tinubu as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to hire and fire. Now they are telling Fubara that he cannot even hire and fire. He can't hire, he can't fire. And you say he's executive governor. And he still is chief security officer of the state. And you think that you have brokered peace. He can't hire, he can't fire. He has to deal with the commissioner that was planted for him by Nyesom Wike, the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. In other words, Nyesom Wike is still the governor and he's still the minister. In other words, it means the queries are still running the River State. The judge, their turn has not yet come. Because from what is on board, I don't expect the Ijaw Nation to accept this. And I don't expect them to allow Fubara to obey, to abide by this. This is an unjust peace they have literally imposed on Fubara in Abuja, because it eroded all the powers that the Constitution gave Fubara. And strangely, the National Security Advisor was there, the President was there. They all agreed that this is what should be done. And the essence of what they did was to strengthen the hand of Nyesom Wike and diminish the hand of Fubara and the Ijaw Nation. And all these are tied to 2027. They believe that since they have managed against all odds to win River State in the last election, win, in quote, that win, I'm putting it in quote, that they should do everything to retain River State. And for them to be able to do it is to tie the hands of an executive governor whose hands was not tied by the Constitution. Fubara cannot sack his commissioners. He cannot reconstitute them, his commissioner. A right that was given to every executive governor in Nigeria. A right that was given to even the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to hire and fire in his cabinet. Fubara cannot do it.
and you say they have brokered peace. This is not peace that they have brokered. This is what I call the peace of the graveyard. And you discover that I will not be alone in having this viewpoint, that what they have done is to tie the hands of Fubara. And because they have tied his hand, what they have brokered is an unjust peace. And it's also an unjust political transition for the Ijaw Nation. Because after 24 years that no Ijaw had ever been the governor of Rivers State, this is the first time one of their own is becoming the governor of the state. And now, if that resolution is agreed by the Ijaw Nation, the Ijaw Youth Congress, then the Ijaw Nation and others, if they agreed on it, because right now Fubara had probably signed all those. He had been intimidated by the crowd in the presidential villa, and he has signed it. When he gets to Port Harcourt, they're going to remind him that he has just signed away his rights as the governor of a state. But the good thing about it is that whatever agreement you sign cannot supersede the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is why I expect Fubara to ignore this agreement and run the state as he deemed fit in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Because that is the only way that you can get a just peace in Rivers State. It's not a peace in which the executive governor of a state, the chief security officer of a state, cannot do anything but sit by and take all the decisions that was told to him to do from Abuja. This will be the worst case of godfatherism in history of Nigeria. That is what it will amount, the worst case. In fact, this one is official endorsement of the erosion of the constitutional powers of a governor, all in the name of peace. And peace without justice is a temporary peace. So this resolution ordinarily should not stand, and Fubara should not have signed it. But even after he signed it, it doesn't mean that he has to abide by it, as far as I'm concerned, from the way I look at it. Because the Constitution, the constitutional powers that the Constitution gave to him, he cannot be subservient to any other agreement signed. Okay? It just like somebody signing that he will not do second term. That agreement cannot supersede the right that was given to that particular person by the Constitution to do second term. So I expect Fubara to disregard this resolution and work in the interest of Rivers State and work in the line of the Constitution. That is the only way you can get a just peace. And I expect that the Ijaw Nation should stand by Fubara, and the Ijaw leaders should remind Fubara, perhaps he's too young to know the powers that was given to him when he was sworn in on May 29. It's an enormous power that can only be compared to the powers that the Constitution gives the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those executive powers cannot be eroded by any godfatherism, by any agreement with anybody. That right is his inalienable right, his right that was given to him by the Constitution that nobody can take away from him as long as he remains the governor of the state. So that he is expected to do the right thing and disregard these resolutions that they have reached, because that is the only way he can show that truly the people of Rivers State elected him. And I can tell you for free,
As today begin to progress, this thing happened yesterday, you're going to see that people will look at this thoroughly and discover and agree with me that what was signed, what was brokered by Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a selfish agreement, selfish just to satisfy the selfish interest of Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of 2027 and selfish interest of Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, Nyesom Wike. This was not a resolution for the betterment of Rivers State. It's not a resolution for the betterment of good governance in Rivers State. This is a slavery resolution. They tie the hands of a governor so that he cannot be able to perform his duties as the governor of a state. And this is not the kind of peace that ordinarily should be expected in this kind of matter. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Chief Security Officer of the nation, he ought to have insisted that the law be obeyed, that those 27 persons that have resigned, lawmakers that have moved to another party, that the Constitution, Section 109, 1G should apply to them. They can go to court, go to Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court bring them back, fine and good. That's what it's supposed to be. But it is not for them to put a lot of shall, because when you're talking about shall, it means that even Fubara cannot change his cabinet members. He cannot dissolve the local government. In fact, it means that he cannot even conduct local government election without their approval. And you can bet they will insist that, as is common among Nigerian governors, that when they are doing a governorship election, the governor will put his men as local government chairman. He cannot even put his own local government chairman. Where is that done? This President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as governor of Lagos State will not accept this. Nyesom Wike as governor of Rivers State will never accept this. And I don't expect Fubara that when he got to the Rivers State, but when he get back to Rivers State, that he's going to abide by this. Because if he does, it means he has mortgaged the rights that the Constitution gave to him. It means he has mortgaged the votes of the Rivers State people. And it also means that the Ijaw Nation has surrendered the power that was given to one of their own for the first time in 24 years. In other words, the Ijaw Nation has not yet run Rivers State. The Ijaw Nation has never won election yet in Rivers State. The Ijaw Nation are not yet in charge of Rivers State. It means a continuation of the Ikwere dominance in Rivers State. And that is not a just peace. This is a totally unjust peace that needs to be reversed in the interest of Rivers people, in the interest of fairness, justice, and equity. Fubara must be allowed to exercise his authority as the governor of a state. He must be allowed to run the state the way that governors in other states were allowed to operate within the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is the only way we can talk about a just peace in Rivers State. Right now, what we have is an unjust peace that was brokered in Abuja. And that peace is the peace of the graveyard. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. And please don't forget that under this video, you have links that will take you to Jumia. Whatever you bought through this link, you're going to get 40% off from the normal price. In some cases, because this is Christmas, you can even get up to 80% off, up to 60% off. That is your good luck if you purchase anything through the links under this video. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.